pictorial evidence emerging of just how twisted Meghan Markle was in Paris in order to emulate Princess Diana, to traumatize her husband.
If this wasn't an accident, if this was on purpose, then the judgment, just the character, the moral fiber is outrageous. If she's willing to use Princess Diana's death as a way to sell a brand, or really it's not a brand, she's selling herself. Mm-hmm. If she's willing to do that, then all bets are off. Then really they are.
This was a twisted scam designed to cash in on the memory of Princess Diana, traumatize her husband, and garner all of these headlines.
Prince Harry is reportedly furious with Meghan after their Paris trip. Sources say he snapped when Meghan's video near the Alma Tunnel appeared online, the exact spot where Princess Diana died. Harry demanded to know how she could be so heartless, knowing what that place meant to him. Meghan brushed it off as harmless content, but Harry felt deeply betrayed. This wasn't their first major fight, just the loudest one yet.
To be this kind of a person doing these careless things, it's appalling to me what she's done.
Indeed,
really.
It's cruel, it's evil, and I mean, we saw so many aspects to it, didn't we? Including this moment.
The cracks in their relationship are widening. Harry's patience is finally breaking after months of apologizing and defending Meghan's actions. He's exhausted from pretending everything is fine when it's not. For the first time, those close to Harry whisper that their royal fairy tale might be crumbling. When someone who sacrificed everything for love feels humiliated by that same person, the ending becomes inevitable.
Typical mean girl, right? That's what mean girls do. They don't sympathize with you, they laugh at you, and that's what a bully does. I think Meghan is showing how her behavior is as a bully.
It started with Meghan's shocking video riding through the Alma Tunnel. For anyone else, it might seem ordinary, but for Harry's wife, it felt like stepping into his deepest wound. Some thought it was coincidence, but this isn't some secret place. Millions visit yearly to honor Diana. In the video, Meghan appeared calm and pleased, crossing her legs at the end like a signal saying, "Job well done." Many saw this as crossing a sacred line.
People they have around them are just the worst. They only have yes people. Had we been in that car with her, I would say, put away the phone. No, don't post that. And we probably would have said, don't go this way. I don't want photographs of her limo going past that tunnel. There are many, many ways to get around Paris.
For Harry, Diana isn't just a public symbol. She's his mother, his greatest loss, his heartbeat. Now his sacred pain had become a stage for the world. Friends say Harry's anger was boiling beneath the surface. He wasn't just upset. He was drained from constantly cleaning up after Meghan's choices and apologizing for her actions. He could feel the world's judgment in every headline and comment.
I think she's evil. I think
you might be right. What I'm trying to be generous here is not with Meghan, but with Diana. But this has brought in Diana, and I don't like it. And
Harry couldn't admit he might have made a terrible mistake, that his fairy tale was becoming a nightmare. So he stayed silent, pretending everything was fine while his eyes revealed the truth. A storm was brewing inside him. He was seething and humiliated that Meghan had turned his mother's tragic death into a public spectacle, deeply hurt that the person he loved most didn't understand what love meant.
There is a grace about Diana, and even people that didn't like her, there was an aspect about her that we can all look up to. And to trash that to get ahead is just something that I don't want to believe.
Instead of apologizing for the tunnel video, Meghan reframed the situation. Sources say she told people the video was therapeutic for Harry, helping him confront trauma and find closure. This polished narrative sounded healing, but didn't add up to those who knew Harry. You don't heal trauma by turning it into online content. One insider called it disturbing. She turned his grief into a storyline.
And my belief, Dinah, is that what she actually wanted was a paparazzi chase. I think she wanted that. I honestly think she was begging for it. And the fact that it didn't happen is a disappointment to her, hence why the Instagram video then happened.
For Meghan, every controversy becomes empowerment. But for Harry, each rewrite feels like losing another piece of himself. Meghan's power comes from Harry's name. She uses his royal title. King Charles has quietly considered stripping those titles away. As long as Harry keeps his Duke title, Meghan remains Duchess. Without him, she's just Meghan Markle again.
On a Saturday night, when she knew that's exactly what had happened, she left the hotel purposefully in a way that emulated Diana's exit from the Ritz.
Insiders claim this is why Meghan keeps the spotlight burning. Every interview and appearance ensures visibility. The moment cameras stop flashing, power fades with them. One insider said if Harry lost his titles tomorrow, this entire empire would crumble. It's a power game disguised as partnership. One man holding on to love, one woman holding on to relevance.
Yeah, I mean, she is that kind of person that would want something like that so that she could have something to post about that shows similarities to Diana, whatever it is, and she doesn't get what she wants, and then she makes another move.
Publicly, Harry still smiles and plays his part. But privately, he's falling apart, drained by endless headlines and controversies. He's cleaning up messes he didn't create, while somehow being made to feel it's his fault. After Paris, something changed in him. He stopped defending Meghan behind closed doors. The man who once fought his family for her is quietly pulling away.
Even if she was just conscious of that in any way, she would never go and try and recreate it. Why would you do that unless you were either purposefully trying to make a point, hoping to traumatize your husband? I think she was trying to do both of that, but also encouraging that situation to happen.
Harry is no longer the fiery rebel prince. He's haunted by irreversible choices. He fears the world sees what he knows deep down. His fairy tale love story is collapsing in plain sight. The spotlight will come for them again, with everyone watching their every move and judging each glance.
And drive past a tunnel, the tunnel, where Princess Diana tragically died, and to be blissfully unaware of that.
Do you think she was
unaware?
unaware? Do you
I
think
hope so.
this Diana cosplayer, this Diana vision board maker?
It wasn't the palace, press, or public that broke Harry. It was love itself. Love that began as rebellion became a heavy burden, demanding endless sacrifices. Insiders describe Harry as quieter, more distant, a shadow of his former self. He stays not from happiness but pride, fearing the truth that he might have been wrong all along.
Then the Diana card was played by Meghan. It was a self-inflicted wound to think you can be in Paris, of all cities, Paris.
The tunnel that took his mother has become a symbol of Harry's story. He entered for love, expecting light, but found darkness where truth collides with denial. At public events, he still smiles perfectly, but his eyes tell a different story. This is about a man realizing true freedom comes from facing truth. Truth he no longer feels safe speaking aloud. The fairy tale didn't end happily ever after. It ended in silence. Harry gave up a kingdom for love and now stands in the ruins of both.
Which has now been revealed, where she showed her true colours once again in public by laughing at one of the models who tripped on the runway. Watch this.
The reality behind Meghan's public image reveals a complex power structure built entirely on Harry's inherited status. While she legally holds no independent royal title, she benefits from his position, creating a fragile connection to the very institution she publicly criticizes. The late Queen Elizabeth had already stripped them of official royal duties, but King Charles has hesitated to take the final step of removing their titles completely. This hesitation maintains a crucial dynamic. As long as Harry retains his Duke status, Meghan continues to shine as the Duchess.
Everything she's done financially, and maybe even everything, period, has not worked out. They need money. The money is running out.
Without Harry's title and status, Meghan would revert to being simply Meghan Markle, the identity she has worked tirelessly to transcend. This dependency explains her relentless pursuit of visibility through interviews, glamorous appearances, and new projects. The underlying strategy is clear. Maintain constant public attention regardless of the cost, because once the spotlight dims, the power and influence fade with it. The entire empire they've built is fundamentally dependent on sustained media attention and public interest.
They need to earn money. Meghan is really being pushy here to try and get a campaign, and I think
While Harry continues to maintain his public facade, smiling for cameras and standing supportively beside Meghan, those closest to him reveal a different reality. He's experiencing a quiet breakdown, emotionally and mentally exhausted from endless controversies and issuing apologies for situations he didn't create. The cycle has become predictably destructive. Meghan makes controversial decisions, the world reacts negatively, and Harry is left to manage the fallout while somehow being made to feel responsible for problems he didn't cause.
She ignores any form of sensible or sane advice, and very quickly, if you give that advice too much, you're booted. You're gone, because she's only going to do what she wants to do, and that often means enacting these twisted plans.
The Paris incident marked a turning point in Harry's behavior. For the first time, insiders report that he has stopped automatically defending Meghan when they're alone and away from cameras. The battles that once occurred with external critics have now moved inside their own home. The same man who once turned against his entire family to defend Meghan is now quietly distancing himself from her, step by step. He's transformed from the rebellious prince the world once knew into someone haunted by irreversible choices and fearful of what the future holds.
This woman does not have any kind of guidance or anyone controlling her to help her make good choices and decisions. Everything that she does is a disaster.
Harry's deepest fear is becoming reality. The world can see what he's desperately trying to hide. His once celebrated love story is collapsing in full public view. The end came not from external pressures like the palace, press, or public opinion, but from love itself. Love that began as rebellion, but gradually became an unbearable burden demanding endless sacrifices until nothing remained to give. He's now described as quieter, more distant, a shadow of his former self. The prince who once fought fiercely for his beliefs now fights only to maintain a fragile peace. The wild energy that once made him the royal family's untamed heart has been extinguished, replaced by exhaustion and quiet resentment. He remains not out of happiness, but out of pride, because leaving now would mean confronting the truth he fears most, that he might have been wrong all along. The tunnel that once claimed his mother has become a haunting metaphor for his own journey. He entered it seeking love and light, but found only darkness, the kind that emerges when truth collides with denial, when devotion slowly transforms into regret. At public events, he still performs his royal role perfectly, but his eyes tell a completely different story. This is the tale of someone slowly realizing that true freedom doesn't come from running away from problems, but from facing truth. For Prince Harry, that truth has become something he no longer feels safe enough to speak aloud. The fairy tale didn't end with happily ever after, it ended in silence. As the world watches them perform with golden smiles, everyone can see what they're desperately trying to conceal. The cracks have become deep fractures. Prince Harry once sacrificed an entire kingdom for love, and now he stands alone among the ruins of both.